This is Puppets by Arlee. I'm Arlee, and this is Marionette Books. My first book that I recommend is Everybody's Marionette Book. This is an older book and it's got some good descriptions of how to do trick marionettes, but it only talks about upright controls. This is another older book called Puppets by Barbara Snook. This one has nice big illustrations and a lot of good diagrams on how to do animal puppets. One of my faves. My next recommendation is by Mabel Les Beaton, Marionettes, A Hobby for Everyone, and The Complete Book of Marionettes. I love Mabel Beaton. She's one of my favorite historic puppeteers. She famously did a 'Twas the Night Before Christmas with all marionettes that was on TV in Philadelphia, I believe. I'll put a link to a YouTube video from it down below. But I love Marionettes, A Hobby for Everyone, which I don't really know if marionettes are actually a hobby for everyone. Maybe a hobby for patient eccentrics. These books talk about cheap, accessible materials for making marionettes, which is what I'm all about, and also the knee joint with eyelet is where I learned how to do that from these books. These books are from the 1940s, so they talk about making paper mache heads, but they also talk about making plastic wood heads, and the recipe for plastic wood has changed. I think in the 70s it changed. So you can't use modern plastic wood to make paper mache heads anymore like old marionette books will tell you to do. Since you can't use plastic wood anymore to make marionette heads, the closest modern product to use for making marionette heads in that fashion is a product called Mendal. So, disclaimer, these are a bit out of date in the plastic wood sense, but otherwise they're phenomenal books and I love Mabel Beaton anyway, so. The next book is Figures in the Fourth Dimension, Mechanical Movement for Puppets and Automata. This is not just a marionette book, it has a lot of stuff about all mechanical designs for puppetry. There is a chapter for Philip Huber and a chapter for Joe Kishore in here, who are both marionette artists, and lots of other styles of puppet mechanisms. It's pricey though, but it's worth it. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is Puppet Circus. Puppet Circus. And it explains how to do trick marionettes. And it's got nice clear diagrams of how to make the trick marionettes, and I absolutely love it. Puppet Circus. The next is the Marionette Sourcebook. This book is extremely thorough when it comes to control designs, joint designs, body designs. So this is a really good resource for building and how to actually technically design anything. I think they have every single knee joint that one could think of. Wonderful book. And then I saved this one for the end because this is my personal favorite. It's Marionette Magic. Marionette Magic, from concept to curtain call. This is a really neat book. It's got nice big clear pictures, which I'm into. It does describe how to do various trick marionettes, It describes how to build if you don't know how to carve wood, which I don't. And it's just a nice, clear, simplistic look of building marionettes. So there you have it. There are my book recommendations. If you have any other marionette book recommendations, please sure to list them down below. And thanks for watching.